All right, here's the quiz for lessons 1.3 and 1.4. If you're taking this at home, pause it now. Finish the quiz, then we'll correct it. All right, here we go. Number one. Not distributed property. It's order of operations. What am I looking for first? Parentheses. Do you see any? 1 divided by 3? 1/3. It simply is 1/3, right? 1 divided by 3 is 1/3. Multiply that by 3 times 9. All multiplication now left to right. What is 3 times 1/3? 1. 1 times 9 is... Makes sense. Number 2. Looking for parentheses. Do you see any? Yeah. We do the outside one first. Once we do that, then we look for inside of that. It's a brand new problem. Do you see any other parentheses? Yes. 3 times 1 is 3. 5 divided by 3 is 5/3. What is 5/3 times 3/5? 1. You see, 5 times 3 is 15. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 over 15 is 1. Right? Any number of times it's reciprocal is 1. Number 3. Simplifying this. What do I look at? And you see the distributed property. Rainbow, rainbow. Right? I see 42 minus 14y. You can have negative 14y plus 42. It doesn't matter. You can have negative 14y plus 42. That works too. Either one. Number 4, distributed property. Negative 5 times 3m is negative 15m. Negative 5 times a negative 2 is plus 10. There it is. Number 5. Distributed property again. Distribute. Negative 16 plus 6p. Because negative 2 times a negative 3p is a positive. It's out of 5. All right, we're on equations, chapter lesson 1.5. Algebra, equations. This chapter could be 25 pages long. Let me go over the absolute basics really quick. Are we ready to go over the absolute basics? So you got your paper out, you're ready to follow along here. Practice with me when I ask you to. All right. All right, first thing we do, anytime we have an equation, what should you do? Thank you. Line down the equal sign. Is the variable happy? No, why not? Not alone. The variable wants to be alone, right? It wants to be variable equals something. Lots of stuff on the variable side, so we got to get rid of the stuff that's over there. What's the rule about what I get rid of first, the 2 or the 4? What's the rule? What's the rule? Reverse order of operations. So we're going to do the addition and subtraction first, then we do multiply and divide, then we do exponents, then we would do parentheses. We go from bottom to up when it comes to undoing a equation. So we're going to go minus 4, 2x equals 14. Now what? Divided by 2, x equals 7. All right. What about an uglier one like this? What if there's negative 3 equals m over negative 6 minus 9? Okay. First thing I do, line down the equal sign. I do that even still today. Next thing I do is I look to see if the variable's happy. He is not. Lots going on. What do I get rid of first, the 6 or the 9? The 9. What's the 9 doing to him? Subtracting. So what's the opposite of that? Plus 9 plus 9. This is where you have to be able to do this. M over negative 6 equals. What is negative 3 plus 9? 6. Is the variable happy? No. Being divided by negative 6. Opposite of divide by negative 6? Multiply by negative 6. Multiply by negative 6. They're gone. M equals negative 36. Now, you're in algebra now. You can leave it like that. You can leave it. Number equals variable. It's not my favorite, but you're allowed to do that. Okay? Make sense? All right. Let me do one that is now a lot more, well, we'll do their sample here. This is a good one. Here's their sample. 7 minus 4 squared minus 10 plus n equals 10. Here's what's happening. Okay, this is what you do when you get equations that are big, long, and ugly. Line down the equal sign, and then you look, is the variable happy? And now there's so much going on over here that before we can even ask that question, you always simplify as much as you can. You don't even begin to solve this equation until things are as simplified as they can be. Does that make sense? You only start to solve this once things are simplified. Each side. This side needs to be simplified, and this side needs to be simplified. Obviously, that is simplified, right? But we have to deal with this. Let's simplify that. What can I do on this side to make it look a lot better? Well, let's do the order of operations, right? What is 4 squared? 16 minus 10 is 6. So I have 7 minus 6 plus n equals 10. 7 minus 6 is 1. 1 plus n equals 10. Now that I'm simplified, this is an easy solution, right? Minus 1, n equals 9. Does that make sense? Make sense? Simplify everything. Before you start solving, try this one. Whoa. Okay, you guys try that one? Sorry, that shouldn't be an N. This should be an X. Okay, even if you're not done, you gotta watch. First thing we do, any equation. First thing we do, line down the equal sign. Okay, now I need to simplify both sides. Lots to do. What do you recognize over here? Well, it looks like distributive property. It's not. You don't need to do the distributive property. What's 3 plus 2? 5. So I have x times 5 plus 6 equals, over here, 10 minus 3 is 7, so 5x plus 7. Agreed? What is this? That's ugly. What should I have that written as? 5x. So let's do that now. Let's erase this and make this 5x plus 6 equals 5x plus 7. What's the rule? We have variables on both sides. The rule is you need to subtract or get rid of the smallest one. They're equal, so get rid of either one. Minus 5x, they're gone. That leaves me with 6 equals 7. What happens when your answer shows up like this, where it says 5 equals 2, or negative 4 equals 9, or 6 equals 7? What it's saying is this, that no matter what the variable was, no matter what, if I play that variable, x, if x was 25, that 6 equals 7. Does 6 equal 7? No. What if the variable was a million? Does 6 equal 7? No. No matter what happens here, when it comes down to it, and all you have left is two numbers that are supposed to equal each other that don't, the answer is that there is no solution. There is no numbers that the variable can be to make 6 equal 7, because 6 will never equal 7. The answer to this is no solution. Does that make sense? Whenever you solve an equation and it comes out that 5 equals 10, nope, not true. No matter what happens, the variable can't help. 5 never equals 10. Okay? Here's another one, similar. Okay, I have to erase this. This is too. I have to do this again. Big and ugly. All right, here we go. First thing we do, line down the equal sign. So you're paying attention, even if you didn't get done. Line down the equal sign. Simplify both sides. It's a mess, right? It's a mess. Over here, I have 2 sets of parentheses. Which set do I do first? Which set do I do first? Which one they go left to right, right? Whichever one comes first. So what is 2 times 5 minus 8? What's 2 times 5? 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. So this is 2. And notice it just right next to 3h plus 6. What do you see now? Do you see it, though? I mean, like, you have to have done this in the right order for you to all of a sudden go, oh, my goodness, so easy. Distributive property. 2 times 3h is 6h. 2 times 6 is plus 12. Equals. This side is now simplified. Okay, over here. First thing you look for is, do you see any parentheses? Yes, inside that parentheses. You see any other parentheses? Yes. There's these parentheses, and then inside I see these parentheses. So there is, what is 2h plus h? 3h. So I have 3h plus 6 in the brackets times 2. What do you see now? Distributive property. What's 2 times 3h? 6h 2 plus 12. Okay. Now that they're both simplified, I see variables on both sides. What am I supposed to do? Get rid of the smallest one. They're tied. Minus 6h minus 6h. They're gone. 12 equals 12. Does 12 equal 12? Okay. What if the variable was 6? Does 12 equal 12? Yeah. What if the variable was a billion? Does 12 equal 12? If the variable was a billion, does 12 equal 12? Yes. What if the variable was negative 16.4? Does 12 equal 12? No matter what the variable was, 12 equals 12, right? So, in this situation, the variable could be anything, and 12 would still equal 12. So then, the answer to this is, whenever you get an equation where the answer is 5 equals 5, or negative 2 equals negative 2, or a million equals a million, doesn't matter what the variable is, the answer is all real numbers. All real numbers is the answer. No matter what number you have the variable be, 12 is going to equal 12. So that's how you answer that. If the solution comes out to 3 equals 4, no solution. No matter what you choose the variable to be, it's never going to be true. If the answer comes out to 5 equals 5 or 12 equals 12, no matter what the variable is, 12 equals 12, it's all real numbers. Does that make sense? There's 9 minutes. I'm going to let you do a practice one right now. Let's try 4B and 4C on the top of page 33. 4B and 4C. What an ugly thing. All right, even if you're not done, eyes up here, you're watching. I could do all these. I don't need to. What happens if when you're done, if you solved your equation and it comes down to 7 equals 8. What's the answer to 7 equals 8? There's no solution. What if I came up with the answer was negative 3 equals negative 3? What's the solution? It's all real numbers, right? I will solve these very quickly. I'll just show you what the, you're watching. You should be able to follow me along here and just go, oh, I get it. First thing I'm going to do is line down the equal sign. Then I'm going to come over here and simplify this side. I can't simplify the 2d with anything right now, but I can simplify this. 2 to the third power is 8. 8 minus 5 is 3, so it's 2d plus 3 equals, over here, 5 minus 2 is 3, 10 times 3 is 30, plus, what is 12 divided by 6? 2, t times 2 plus 2d, so I have 2d plus 30. Minus 2d, 3 equals 30. The answer is, there ain't no answer, right? No solution. 3 will never equal 30, right? Down here, line down the equal sign. Rainbow, rainbow. 3b plus 2 minus 5 equals 3b minus 2. 3b minus 3, because 3 minus 5, or sorry, hold on. 3b, I messed up here. Hold on, right here. That was 3. What is 3 minus 5? 3b minus 2 equals 3b minus 2. Minus 3b minus 3b. Negative 2 equals negative 2. What's the solution? All real numbers. Does that make sense? Take your time on both sides, simplify both sides, and you should know what to do. Okay? All right, let me give you your homework.